What's up guys, Gavin here, and today I want to showcase a couple decks that the new card Ready Fusion could have some potential in. I do think Ready Fusion is a really cool card. It definitely has a ton of hype around it, but I'm just really excited to bring out those old school fusion monsters that had just fusion material that was just like way too specific and their stats were just really underwhelming. Now they actually have a place in the metagame because you can, use them for extenders to make your plays and make other extra deck plays, which just is really cool in my opinion. So I'm super excited to test it out and showcase to you guys some of those uses and some of those monsters that actually have the potential to shine in the meta. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, to start, for the decks, we are going to showcase ABC. So I'm playing 3 copies of Ready Fusion and 1 copy of Instant Fusion. So a lot of people play Pot of Prosperities and ABCs, which is fair because it is arguably a great card because it does help you see Union Hanger, and this deck does kind of live and die by Union Hanger, so seeing it is very important. But while it is a wise decision, I think, to play that card in this deck, it might not be the wisest decision for your wallet. So we're just going to try 3 Ready Fusion and 1 Instant Fusion because it's instead of boosting your consistency, it allows you to get extenders to make extra plays that you wouldn't otherwise be able to make. So the extenders that we are playing are 1 Cybersaurus and 1 Carbonala Warrior. And I think this is cool because Cybersaurus can help you make Infinity if, say, your Galaxy Soldier gets ashed or impermed, so that you can't actually search the other one. You can just go ahead and summon out the Cybersaurus and make Cyber Dragon Nova that way, which is pretty cool. And then any level 4 extender will work, because the reason why we're playing this is so that we can go into Utopia and then Utopia Prime so that we can make Zeus. Having a 4 material Zeus, I feel, is really important because a 2 material Zeus can, it can get negated, and it oftentimes doesn't cut it when it comes to wiping board. But Zeus is just an insane going second card, and I like to play it in a lot of rogue decks if I can afford to find the space for it in the extra deck, because it does really help you come back into the game after your opponent sets up a nice board. So that's the theory behind this. And otherwise, we are playing, the IP Masquerena with the Avermax and the Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, because I think those cards work really well because you can just spit out materials and you can do it on your opponent's turn, so that you can just blink summon on your opponent's turn pretty easily and set up some nice disruptions that way. So that's really it for this deck. Let's go on into the next one. Okay, for the next deck, we are actually going to showcase my Ride or Die deck, the Earth Machines. And I do think this card has a place in this deck because it has the potential to make your bad hands better. So to explain, sometimes you open up Brutal Dozer without a monster to tribute off, which sucks. But if you open up Ready Fusion, that fixes that because you can tribute off a Cybersaurus and start going off from there. Sometimes you open like a Gearbox and a Trencher, and you're just stuck with like 1 level 5, and this fixes that because then you could go ahead and summon out the Cybersaurus, then go into Riverstormer, which is cool. And sometimes, you just have an Anchor Drill in your hand, and if you need to make a rank 9, go ahead and summon the Anchor Drill, summon out Cybersaurus, go for rank 9. But those are a little bit that's a little bit niche. But otherwise, we do have Steam Gyroid in here, which is also cool because you can use this card is level 6, which is a really good level for this deck because you could go ahead and summon out Harvester, go ahead and make Steam Gyroid, and then you could make both of them level 8 with the Harvester effect to go into Dingirsu, which is cool. And then maybe you could attach a Banished Machine, so maybe attach a Trencher or a Tunneler if you need to use those effects again and you don't have access to the trap, or you've already used it. So that's a cool play that you could do. And that also puts 3 materials under the Ding, so if you go into battle phase and attack with it, you can go ahead and make Zeus with 4 materials, white board. But also 6 plus 4 is 10, so if you summon out the Anchor Drill, get a Steam Gyroid on the board, you can make both of them level 10, go into your rank 10 plays, which is cool. So that's the theory behind this card in this deck, and I definitely will continue experimenting with it and try and top a locals with this build. Stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and go on into the next deck. Okay, so the next deck that I want to mention is Dragon Link, and the reason why I would play Ready Fusion and Instant Fusion in here is because of Darkfire Dragon, which is cool because there's a lot of different ways that you could use Darkfire Dragon in this deck. You could use it to make a Heavenly Spheres, you could use it to make a Romulus, you could use it to make a Chaos Ruler with Rocket Tracer, or yeah, Rocket Tracer, and I feel like it could combo really well in this deck. And there's just a lot of cool applications that you might be able to use with it. But if you don't think this list is good, that's fine. I won't take any offense. I'm by no means a Dragon Link expert, but I'm just throwing that out there that maybe you could actually try it out in this deck and have some success with it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so the last deck that I actually want to bring up is Phantom Knights, and basically the reason why I think it's worth experimenting with Ready Fusion is because of the existence of Zombie Warrior and Flame Ghost. Both are Dark level 3s. They're also zombie types, but that doesn't matter. Basically, Dark and level 3 is all you need because they can help you make Cherubini and they can help you make Rusty Bardiche. Sometimes Phantom Knights just folds like a lawn chair to certain hand traps, and I think that this card might have some good applications of helping you play through those interruptions. Otherwise, you can also make a Leviair the Sea Dragon or a Break Sword with this card, and one other level 3, which is cool. And also, we are playing, or I'm going to at least try out one Darkfire Dragon. You may very well not need this card, but it could help you make a rank 4 play, which is nice because rank 4 plays, like going into a Raider's Knight, can enable you to go into a Arc Rebellion, and that can allow you to go for game in certain scenarios, which is cool, and the reason why I think it might be worth experimenting with Darkfire Dragon as well. So that's really it for this deck. Phantom Knights is super fun and kind of a pet deck of mine that I do like to play around with every once in a while. So that's it for this deck. Some other decks that you could try out with Ready Fusion are Thunder Dragon, because of the card Kaminari Attack, because it is a Thunder monster, as well as Shark Turbo, because of the card Rare Fish, because it is a level 4 water that you could go into make Bahamut Shark with, and Bahamut Shark is just insane if you can make it really easily, because then you can make Toad. I would definitely love to try those decks out, but I have not gotten around to making them. But, you know, be creative, guys. This card has tons of potential, and really just, I love cards like this because they just allow you to just be super creative in your deck building, and you know, you can just surprise people at your locals when you play this card. So that's it for the video, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed, and with that, I am just going to leave you with a peace out. Have a nice day. Goodbye.